All right, tonight, family, we're going to deal with the African origins of Mexico. Ja power. Big king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, y'all already know the routine. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe and the bell so you can get the notifications. Facts. Now, we dealing with the origin videos. You see what I'm saying? And I need y'all to put the like up there because we can go into every country in the world. You see what I'm saying? If you know where black people reside. And I can show you the origins on which way they got there. Okay? So again, if y'all want to keep seeing these origin videos of the black diaspora of the world, make sure you leave a thumb up and a like and share it on your social media account. You see what I'm saying? Don't be stingy with the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? How people need this information immediately. You see what I'm saying? Yesterday. So make sure you subscribe to King Ja Power. You see what I'm saying? Again, this page is connected to some grandiose pages or whatnot, some big YouTubers or whatever. But I see y'all watch, it's the same people watching their videos that's watching mine. But only 70% of the people out there done to subscribe to this channel. You see what I'm saying? So you watching this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that like button. All right, now, so again, tonight we dealing with the African origins of Mexico, and we gonna do it right here in the present day. See, this video right here is gonna be one of my favorite ones. Cause when I start diving into this information, I started to realize like these people haven't been studied enough. You see what I'm saying? When you go on YouTube looking for this info, it's not a lot of information out there you can learn. So I had to go blow some dust off some books, off the top shelf of, even Spanish scholars. You see what I'm saying? But even the black scholars talk about it, but they always would touch on it right quick, but really never dive deep directly into this subject. This lighting right, bro. Get this lighting right. So, but they never die. And this one of the subjects that I always wanted to look into. So the other day, I'm like, man, I'm about to go into the African origins of Mexico. And I got to study and found out that, most of the Mexicans classify as mestizo. Mestizo is a Spanish white man, you know what I'm saying, and an indigenous woman. And the baby will come out so-called mestizo. But the study being done since everybody been dealing with this DNA, that majority of the indigenous tribe, the Indians that was in Mexico, a lot of them ran from North America to Mexico, to join with the Indian tribes down there. You see what I'm saying? Though they had been conquered by Cortez in the 1500s, which I'm going to talk about. You see what You see what I'm saying? But most of them two people that think they mestizos is really African and Indians, no different than the blacks that's up here. You see what I'm saying? Though some of them might be lighter skinned and have straighter hair, you think that's a European trait, but it's not. Indigenous people had straight hair too, okay? And that's why, again, see, me teaching the origin of the black diaspora or whatever, they killed we indigenous, we aborigines and all of that shit, because when you dive into this information, each little sector, because we can go into the Caribbean, we can go into Central, which we about to do tonight, America, we could do South America, we could do the Pacific Islands and Asia. So there's thousands or hundreds of videos we gonna do. You see what I'm saying? But to know this is what y'all want to do, because I'm gonna go into it anyway. But if y'all not gonna share the videos and put them out there for the people to watch. You see what I'm saying? I might as well hold on to the information till I'm ready to give it up. You see, because I'm showing love. I don't see nobody else out here dropping it like that, where they busting it down so a baby could understand it. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. But the mestizos are just Africans mixed with Indians, okay? So, but they done created a national identity in Mexico where they are erasing out the black identity. You see what I'm saying? So, let me read this article right quick and we're going to go on because I got videos as usual. As usual, I got videos and everything I'm going to play here in just a second. But, you know, let me deal with this article right quick though. Thumb up this video, okay? Thumb up this video. The Afro-Mexican population has long struggled for recognition in an overwhelmingly mestizo country. What I just tell y'all about them, where the indigenous past and alliances, but lighter skin color is often reflected in the social advantage and higher incomes. Okay, this year consensus, which belong collective throughout March, makes it the first time in the country the Afro-Mexican population provides official recognition of a people who often were overlooked. Like I said, don't nobody dive into this subject except King. See, y'all got to fuck with it. Now look, overwhelmingly in Mexican culture. Okay, so in 2015, a survey institute estimated the Afro-Mexican population at 1.3 million. Now hold on, let me say something before I go on with that. Them the people that look, I'm African. You know what I'm saying? No, I can look in the mirror and see I'm an African. I'm not none of that other shit. Yeah, a lot of their hair ain't straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the mestizos. Some of the mestizos got nappy hair, which I'ma show. Okay? They tried to hide them in the media or whatever, and all they show you is the mestizos. But the mestizos barely even got any European blood. They fought back against the Europeans. Period. A lot more prepared than the North American Indian. But the survey in 2015, Mexican Stats Institute, that the Afro-Mexican population is 1.3 million. Now, it's way more than that. That's just the ones that say, because some of the black ones that still try to say, I'm Spanish and all of that. You know, but it's 1.5 million to 3 million Africans in Mexico, and they mostly on the coast. But the consensus to put the current total around at 2 million. Okay, like I said, really it's about 3 or 4 million. I'm just telling you. Them only the little 2 million they talking about is the people that recognize that I'm African. Period. And they recognize that as such, which I'm gonna show. Mostly in the states of Guerrero, Osaka or Oaxaca or whatever that is, and Veracruz. See, Guerrero, we're going to talk about him in a minute. It is extremely important that they count us as African Mexicans, said Garcia. And this is a Mexican scholar that do study on the African origins of Mexico. Now, as an engineer in the community of Chilopa, were African descent, but were Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? So, which I'm going to show, let me go ahead and go get into it, because I want to roll. Damn, it's a video. So I'm going to, I'm going to let the video, I'm going to let the video run, and then we're going to jump back into it, because I got some other shit I want to get into with it. But let me let this video run. This is this brother gonna ask a Mexican is he black or whatever, and he gonna let you see what he gonna say. Thumb up the video, yo. Subscribe to the channel. Okay.
Of course, when you're little, nobody questions it. When you live here, when you go to Mexico City to study, you go to Acapulco, you go to the US, and you realize you're different. But you're a Mexican, but you have something that's not the same as all Mexicans. You discover that you're black.
Do black people suffer discrimination here in Mexico?
Yes, we're a racist society. If you're in the cities, they stop you, ask you for your ID card, they make you sing the national anthem, and they could accuse
Para desestabilizar o cualquier cosa. No se dice.
It isn't said, but in every Mexican family there is a black person. And do you know what the city folks say?
Los de la ciudad.
They say he was born black, but we love him anyway.
Tell me about Memon Penguin. Do you think it's racist or not?
No.
No, okay. Tú sales a la calle.
No, you go out into the street and ask people and they're not worried. It's just a character. They don't identify.
Hold up.
It's still just in stories. It's kind of like laughing at yourself. You get humor with sarcasm.
Now that mango and pingue shit he talking about is no different than Sambo in the United States. See, they racist towards the Africans in Mexico. Now, if you notice this little Mexican right here, he got nappy hair. Okay? Now watch this though.
Why did Jesse Jackson come here to see Vicente Fox?
Jesse Jackson should have worried about all the blacks that go to work there and aren't treated like people. They're treated like third-class people. Because he's not interested in black people who are living. He's interested in Memon Penguin. Politics.
Política.
See? Even he said, listen to this. Hey, he said Jesse Jackson ought to be worried about the blacks up here because they ain't nothing but third-class citizens. Not even a little Mexican way down in Mexico know the blacks is not citizens of the United States. Now, how the hell that work out for you? How that work out for you? And he said every Mexican family got a black grandma. And I mean the Puerto Ricans and shit, and I'm gonna get into them, the Cubans and all that. Everyone I done met, that's exactly, they immediately tell me, they're like, I'm black, bro. Like, I'm black, bro. Like, my grandmama black, my granddaddy was black. You see what I'm saying? Don't get fooled by no light skin shit. That's why he just said, when the cops stop him, they think he from Cuba. Why? Because the Cubans are black. He said they'll fuck around, come over here and start a revolution. You know what I'm saying? They're just facts. And so they know who they is. Now Mexico, which I'm going to show now in this video, sent the you see what I'm saying? Because he know that, I'm going to show you why in a minute. You see what I'm saying? Now look, I got another video. I got to keep rolling. Because I don't want this one to be too long. Let me let it run.
Increasingly impregnated
Thumb
black
up the
women.
video.
They always begin with Spanish and Indian, that it makes mestizo. Then mestizo and Spanish castiza.
Castiza.
The third one is castiza and Spanish, makes Spanish.
Maria Elisa Velasquez is a professor of history and anthropology. These 18th century casta paintings were painted to show Europeans the diversity of the people here. These 16 images are a sort of an anthropological cookbook, showing the results of mixing the genes of black people, brown people, and white people. What about me? Which one in the 16?
You will be here, look.
Let me see.
This one, a mulatto. The little kid, that's the mulatto.
The beautiful brown baby like me.
Yes.
What would Barack Obama be?
Also a mulatto.
Okay, Beyonce, she would be mulatto?
Yes.
What would Tiger Woods be?
A lobo with African descent blood and also indigenous blood.
These people were crazy.
Yes, they need pseudo-scientific reasons to explain why some cultures will be inferior and you have to make them slaves.
And they found it.
They found it.
16 shades of blackness.
Yes.
But why were your white people increasingly impregnated black women?
You see
They
that?
always begin with
You heard that?
Spanish
See?
and Indian, that it makes
They created false identities for people in Mexico to hide their true black identity. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you why in a minute, too. Man, I got to get this lighting right. There you go. A little better right there. But to hide the African identity, they created mestizos and rezos and visos and all this type of stuff with this video, cuz. They ain't going diving deep into this like I am. Now look. Got another video. I gotta run.
And this is the wedding of my parents.
Look how pretty your mom is.
But he is a dark man and
She's
he
light.
is bright.
So your family is part black?
It's part black. And it's something that was omitted until I was 19 years old.
How did you find out that you were part black?
Because I traveled to Cuba. About the African heritage and the culture. I suddenly realized my family was black. Because looked like my grandpa, looked like my father.
Yeah, no, they definitely look black.
And when I started tasting the food, I said, oh my God, it's the food my grandma prepares at home. I recommend you to taste the mogo mogo.
That sounds
Actually, yes, sounds African. And we have the same recipe in Puerto Rico. It's fufu.
In Ghana, fufu.
Right.
Fufu is like having a bowling ball in your belly.
Right. Yes, yes. And in Cuba it's called mofongo. And here we have fried yuca.
I love fried yuca.
He's showing you the African foods that was bought from the Africa to Mexico. Like I showed y'all, no different in America. Them flatbreads that's in the soft tacos and shit, that's African. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the fruits and shit, they eat fufu and all that same shit the Africans be eating. Plantains and shit. They eat the same thing. Africans introduced them foods to the West. And I told y'all that. Eat North America, South America, Central America. Period. Now, listen, man. And she said, how did you figure out you was half black? Cuba. I love Cuba. Thank God for Fidel Castro. Yo, great king, I bow to you. Thank you for teaching the children, they got the greatest education system in the Western world, and they the greatest doctors in the Western world. Cuba, that little old island, got all them Africans on it, and Indian Africans, even though the Indian Africans still consider themselves African. They don't even play that. In Cuba, it's different everywhere in the Western world. We all is the same, but we all been enslaved by different slave masters that trained us in different ways. You see what I'm saying? So, a Jamaican was taught different than an African American. An African American was taught different than a Latino African. You see what I'm saying? But we all one people. That be the little shit niggas always be trying to Tariq them and shit. Always trying to bring up one little 40 million damn people is the whole diaspora. You see what I'm saying? It damn near 4 billion. I'm going to get back to the video. It damn near 4 billion Africans on the planet. That's half of the world's population. And them the ones that's only in the census. You talking about tribes and shit in the woods and shit and on different islands across this planet that ain't even in no damn census. You see, look at Sentinel Island. You think they go over there, yo, y'all want to be on the census and shit, the motherfucker gonna kill your ass. Period. And so we outnumber all other, you could put all the other peoples together and we still got more people. We can send an army of 1 million, 10 million, 20 million. So if y'all had y'all mind right, couldn't nobody stop us. You see what I'm saying? But look at these foods that we bought into Mexico. Okay? See? See?
This was originally prepared by slaves because they needed carbohydrates.
Yes, they had to work all day in the sun.
Right.
This is some good food. How did it make you feel suddenly to discover you're black?
Weird. It was like if you will discover that you're adopted.
When you came back and told your family, did they tell you you went loco up there, drinking too much rum?
I asked my grandpa, why you never told me we are black? And he held my hand and told me, sweetie, we are not black, we are morenos.
Oh, moreno.
Now, of course, he was aware that he was a black man, but but he rejected that identity.
That's a cold brother.
This happens in most families, that you hide the black grandma in the closet.
Black grandma in the closet.
Yeah.
In America,
Thumb up the video,
one
cuz.
drop of black blood, you're black. If the one drop rule were applied in Mexico, all of these people would be black.
And this is the wedding of my parents.
Oh, look how pretty your mom is.
See, they try to keep that black grandma in the closet. You heard what she said.
It's part black, and it's
Her family say that, oh, nah, we Morenos and shit. See, we run from being African. We run from being the shit that we need to be to do what we need to do. Now I'm getting the videos out the way for y'all. So make sure y'all thumb up this video. Now, hold on. This right here is one of the slave forts in Mexico, where one of the first things our brothers and sisters seen. We didn't come over here speaking Spanish and shit. And see, that's another thing they divide us with language and shit. They got them speaking Portuguese and Spanish. Got us up here speaking a raggedy language, English. You see what I'm saying? Don't know none of our indigenous languages or what. Not me. Because a little twee and all, I'm in the books already. You know me, see, you know. But these one of the slave forts right here. Now let me run this. Thumb up the video. I'm getting these so we can getting these videos out the way. So, you know, these set the tempo. You see what I'm saying? Should be like a movie and shit, especially when I get to reading off them tickets or whatever. It's 60 tickets on this motherfucker, so I'm trying to make sure I get it all in here. Because I could have dived deeper. I could have kept going and got 75. But I did get 60. You see what I'm saying? But thumb up this video right here. African origins of Mexico.
As someone else's property.
these walls are covered with African blood because they were forced to construct these gorgeous buildings after the indigenous population decreased because illness. And the homes, because they're made of coral.
I see coral,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, it's coral. And many of them died in this process. It's a history of death and a history of invisibility.
So this is the fingerprint of Black history in Mexico.
Right.
It's right here.
Right. Definitely.
Death and invisibility. Professor Sagrario Cruz has invited me to lunch, promising me 2 significant clues to help me solve the mystery of Mexico's missing Black population.
This is my family. Well, I show
A new country, a new language, and a new life as someone else's property.
African blood because they were forced to construct these gorgeous buildings after the indigenous population decreased because
Now, she said the damn Africans was diving to the bottom of the ocean to get coral reef to make bricks and shit. And a lot of them drowned doing it to build this goddamn slave fort right here. Down there. And then another thing, niggas talk about slavery fake. Well, what the hell is this slave fort doing down there in Mexico, Negro? Fuckers, man, get out. See, this is what they need to be teaching. But they don't know this information, so all they want to do is come over here and argue with King. Nigga, you can't beat me. The people see that shit now. Y'all finally waking up and see that shit now. Now look, there are religious affiliations in Latin America and in the Caribbean. Now, this right here, for real, they got African religion at 5%. You see what I'm saying? Which is a lie. Because most of them people they talk about in the green is Catholicism. Man, they pretend like that shit in front of the world, in front of white people. I'm just gonna be real. And then when they go in the house, they still dealing with the voodoo, nigga. Period. See, y'all, they done demonized the African voodoo and the Orishas and all of that. They done demonized that, so the Africans have to go in the back room, just like my religion. I leave that in the house. You know what I mean? And when I'm out here, it's black power all day long. See what I'm saying? But this is what they have to do. If they come outside with the voodoo and shit, they'll start kicking the Africans out, period. You know? Period. The levels of African admixtures and population variations in Latin regions. Now, tonight, this is Mexico. But then, you know, we gonna deal with Cuba. I can't wait till we get to Cuba. We gonna deal with Colombia and different Brazil. We definitely gonna deal with Brazil. Definitely gotta deal with Brazil. And so you see in these regions, you got a high ass admixture of African and Indian. You see what I'm saying? I know faking. I'm talking about Asiatic. You see what I'm saying? And this what the mestizos is. But they think that they an Indian mixed with a white person. They want to be the white man that conquered them. Don't that sound like somebody you know? Okay? Don't that some niggas want to be the white boy and shit. He conquered your way. Okay? Again, that's right there. African ancestry in Central America. You see what I'm saying? It's very deep. Oh, you got Africans all the way down there in the Indies and shit. In Peru. You see what I'm saying? You know, they there. You see what I'm saying? They there. Boom, I got another video for y'all. Listen to this. Thumb up this video.
Afromexicano significa que eres descendiente de africanos. Personas que tienen este pasado relacionado con África, pero que son mexicanos.
No que porque sea negro uno no va a sentir, porque sea blanco no va a sentir.
Afromexicano significa que eres descendiente de africanos. Personas que tienen este pasado relacionado con África, pero que son mexicanos.
No que porque sea negro uno no va a sentir, porque sea blanco no va a sentir.
Afromexicano significa que eres descendiente de africanos.
You see, they know they African too. You see what I'm saying? They know they African. Now, these Africans here, again, is mostly on the coast. You see what I'm saying? Where majority, where the ancient monuments are. You see what I'm saying? All right, then. And I'm going to get into that on another video, the origins of the Olmec. We're going to get into that too. Because there's still people out here that ain't studied the information. ain't studied like they got more qualifications than, you know, all these scholars. It ain't just black scholars saying that the Olmecs is African. See, that's where you got it twisted. If you go to the museum today, the National Museum of Mexico, you go down there today, the motherfucker, it got African Mexican Olmec. It don't even say nothing else no more. You know what I'm saying? They just did the research. You know what I'm saying? They done the research. And when you boil it down, they know that's not their people. So the obvious thing would think, you know, and they histories, oral histories, they got about black people getting off big ass ships. I mean, and I showed y'all in the origins of the Gullah Geechee, well, how Mansa Musa came on with Abu Khari coming to America, searching for his brothers that had came for thousands of years before. That's in Mali in history. So I don't know what you talking about. You don't know what about the Olmec. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Have you ever been to Mexico? But when you go to Mexico, go to the museum where the Olmec said, they're African now. See, if you see, and it's only a small amount. Y'all think it was millions of Africans? No. You see what I'm saying? Thousands at best, but it wasn't no millions. You see what I'm saying? These was visitors to this land, okay? Because if you go to Mexico, they tell you, and I told y'all about this, what inspired the last video, the origin of the Gullah Geechee, inspired this video. Listen to this.
That came here in the age of Columbus. By 1502, Governor Ovando of Hispaniola
is already complaining. By the way, the Africans just landed a few months before in Hispaniola, Haiti, Dominican Republic, that his Africans are escaping to Native American Indian villages and never can be recaptured. Those are his precise words. And I believe what he's describing is the beginning of what I call the first rainbow coalition in the Americas, because the Native Americans, who were the first people enslaved here by the Spanish conquistadors, had a taste of slavery, and when they saw the Africans coming in and wanting to escape to them, they took them in as sisters and brothers, mothers and fathers, loved ones, children, aunts, uncles. And so this relationship goes way back, and it's built not on skin color, it's built on mutual interest. Both people saw the Europeans as invaders and enslavers. They invaded Africa, they enslaved people. They came to the Americas, they invaded, they enslaved people. And neither people of color saw any reason to face the enemy alone. Why, when you have an ally, why not reach out to them?
And there were colonies of mixed peoples that emerge in the Americas.
Absolutely. The Republic of Palmares in northeastern Brazil lasted from the early 1600s to the first Africans that came here in the age of Columbus. By 1502.
Again, these are African and Indian admixtures. You see what I'm saying? This is who they showing, the copper ops is showing, saying, man, these aborigines, no the fuck they ain't. No the fuck they ain't. Period. How the hell you gonna tell Mexico who the hell they people is? Now, Mexicans now say that these was Afro-Mexicans. You would swear these was just Africans. But if you go up to them, they speaking Spanish and Portuguese. You see what I'm saying? And so if we don't talk, they can't tell us apart. Do you understand that? See, that's why Black Power is so important, because it make us look at each one of us is the same, no matter what language you speak, no matter if you light skin, no matter if you dark skin, no matter if you brown or blacker than the night. We all the same. Yeah, we done had different slave masters that had, different experiences, but that, genetically, we still is all the same. You ain't no, nationalism and all that. No, that ain't your damn, your nationality is not who you are, okay? But these are Africans. You see what I'm saying? Live in Mexico today. These ain't no, Africans that came through illegally or some shit. They was born in Mexico, okay? And the reason why they been able to keep a lot of their African heritage is because the census. You see what I'm saying? And they want to be mestizo and claim that they just Spanish people. You know what I'm saying? Spanish people. What language did y'all speak before the Spanish came, okay? So, again, they just African and Mexican. But if you look at the dress in Mexico, the food, you see what I'm saying? Different elements in Mexican culture are African. You could dance. I'm going to show y'all that too. Now, I showed y'all way back in the 1500s, goddamn Pirates of the Caribbean, a lot of diving and shit.